One thing we have been talking a lot about this semester is misconceptions that your students may hold. And this is just a really important thing that you want to be aware of as a teacher. Children can hold so many different misconceptions, maybe things such as Easter bunnies lay eggs because they've seen their Easter basket and it's full of eggs, and that can totally skew other things that you'll be teaching them. This might mess up their thinking when you talk about mammals, and mammals have live babies, and they think, well, Easter bunnies lay eggs, so bunnies can't be a mammal, and that can just mess up their whole train of thought. And you want to be aware of these misconceptions at the beginning when you introduce a new topic. And one way of becoming aware of those misconceptions is just being aware of your students' prior knowledge they have about different subject areas. I really think prior knowledge and misconceptions go hand in hand, and it's so easy to find out your students' prior knowledge. All you have to do is simply ask them what they know about a subject or hold a discussion. I worked in a CLC program this semester, and I taught electricity to second and third graders, which was a pretty tough concept for them to grasp at such a young age. But I taught our first lesson in the unit, and I really just went in and just tried to figure out what they knew about electricity and just get a starting off point and find out where to go from there. So I really just went in talking about, well, what do you know about electricity? What things have you seen in your house that use electricity? And that's just a really easy way to find out what the students knew, and it really helped us get started. We didn't want to jump in and start out with things that were way too far over the students' heads. We wanted to kind of gauge what they already knew and where we needed to go from there. And one of the activities we did to start off with was an idea that we had got from class, and it was an article we read about stereotypes. And it was about different scientists, and this really went along with misconceptions, I thought, because the students may have seen different scientists or thought they knew what a scientist looked like, and they may be completely on track or they may be completely off. So we really wanted to see what they knew, first of all, just about science in general and scientists. So we had them draw what they thought a scientist looked like, and then they could share their picture with the class. And we found out, just like the results in the article, most of our students drew their scientists as males, and they were performing some type of a chemical experiment in a lab with the lab coat on. So we really found out that they didn't know that scientists could be women, scientists could be outside of the lab, they could be doing all different types of things. So that was really just a jumping off point, and we could then discuss that with the students. And we worked with some engineers, and some of them came in during the lessons, and we could kind of say, he is a scientist and she's a scientist and this is what they do. And that really helped the students understand having those real life experiences. And then from there, we just went on to students would tell us what items they have seen that use electricity. And that really helped us understand, do they know what electricity is? Do they know what uses electricity? And then we could kind of figure out where to start. And we had them go on an electricity scavenger hunt. And that was a really great way to see find out what they knew about electricity, because they wouldn't just have to tell you, oh, I've seen light bulbs in my house that use electricity. They could go into a room this way and point out all the different things to you that they saw that used electricity. And then if they had some incorrect answers, that really led to great discussions about why doesn't this use electricity, and what is this, and what items might use electricity that we don't know about. So that was a really great thing to do with them, and it just really helped figure out their misconceptions and their prior knowledge. And it's just so easy to find out what they already know. You simply just have to ask questions, lead discussions, and it's just a really easy way to find out what they know, where to go from there. And as a teacher, I found that to be really, really helpful.